Welcome back to the channel. I gotta roll up our window before we get started. It is a Ford, so some parts do still fall off of this thing no matter what. You can put the EV in the Ford, but you can't take the Ford out of the EV.
Да заебал этот советский автопром!
Yeah, so we're back home from SEMA. Had a really fun time out there, except for the fact of, my truck and a couple of motors being ripped off.
You don't even have a car.
But I'm sure eventually they're gonna turn up, maybe, hopefully. I can't imagine someone's gonna put those in a vehicle. There's only, probably a dozen of those in the world right now. But we're back, I'm in the Mustang. This is a car that I drive daily now, for at least going out and getting food, picking up my kid from school. We still got a lot of stuff left in here. I'm gonna put some more AEM control stuff. We got our dash, we're putting a new control board in it that we're gonna be testing with them here pretty soon. So a lot of fun things gonna be going on with the Mustang here in the next couple of weeks. Trying to get caught up on motor orders too. But this thing's just been a great car for me. This is the first car that actually received one of our motors. And now we get to, there we go, little peel out there. But get to drive it, every day, test out the equipment. That's what we like to do, is test out all the new technology. AM, like I said, is coming out with a new control system for these particular motors. So we'll be able to hit it hard, play with it, tune it. Allows us to do a lot of tuning, which up to today, there really wasn't many controllers out there that could allow you to open up these inverters and tune them in a way that you're gaining a lot of performance from. So we're really looking forward to doing that in the car. We're supposed to be going up and racing this thing up in Verona next couple of, next month or so. Seeing what kind of times we're getting now versus after tuning it. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff there. At SEMA this year, we ran into a lot of familiar faces and good friends. We had Steven and Rich from Reach Rebuilds, hung out with them a bunch, talked a bunch of EV stuff. Those guys are great. They're really actually pretty cool behind the scenes when the camera's not on. Just down to earth, normal, cool dudes. Kevin Erickson with the electrolyte. That Plymouth is badass. Still probably one of my favorite builds I've ever seen. Most complete. So we had a lot of fun. SEMA is not just a place for us to go look at cars, but it's also a really good place to kind of reconnect with old friends, make new friends, and kind of see where things are going. We got Terry from Ohm on the Range. We had Inspire EV. You guys were a lot of fun. They also have one of our motors in their Mustang build, so it's really neat to actually see our product showcased in SEMA and other vehicles besides our own. Legacy EV always has been very good to us. They had a great booth, great turnout. Love what they're doing. Their educational program is, by far the best out there right now for learning EVs and how this stuff works. So a lot of fun with those guys. Just tons of familiar faces. Electric GT was out there. We were able to rap with them and have a good time. They build some really cool kits as well. They have great Porsche stuff. They have an electric drop-in kit, kind of like we do as well, with batteries. Hey, I like plug-in competition too, because to me this is a very small world. We all kind of need each other. We can help each other out. So seeing other companies do kind of what we do on different levels is also really fun. We love the camaraderie. We love sitting there and talking EV with these guys. And Brock and Hutch have been really good with for us and to us as well. We do collaborate on some projects and like to go back and forth. But lots of fun stuff. We had Landspeed Louise come out. She's a well-known person in Bonneville and in the whole world of land speed racing. So the Little Giant was out there as well. Tons of good press on that car. I mean, it is the fastest electric vehicle on the planet right now, as a wheel-driven car. So we just got beat out, I think, by an airplane by a couple knots, which, okay, so we're the second fastest EV on the planet, minus the wings. We're the first. They don't call these muscle cars for nothing. I'm still working on the power steering, so I gotta muscle this thing around the parking lot and in and out. But you know, one of the cool things about going out to SEMA and bringing the crew is, you know, we don't just go there to work, but we do go there to kind of do, you know, what they call team building. So, you know, Dan behind the camera is there with us. We had Willing Welshman, Snow, our whole entire crew there, along with Legacy EV. You know, we went to go play Top Golf. Welshman killed it, had a pretty good time there. Of course, you know, Snow's Mr. Golfer. We played pickleball. Now I sat that one out, but I guess the Welshman's got some pickleball skills. So any of you want to go square up with the Welshman on pickleball, I think he's going to accept your challenge.
I challenge you to a duel. I accept.
But, you know, that's the kind of thing we like to do too, not just, you know, talk about cars all day long, but go out and actually have fun. Do some Top Golf, pickleball, hang out in the hot tub, grab a couple of drinks with some friends.
What happened in the hot tub?
Oh God, that was terrible. So yeah, unfortunately our hot tub was over chlorinated or something. We jumped in there. There's a couple other people in the hot tub with us at the Desert Grand Wyndham Resort, which you would think would be on top of their game. Unfortunately, they weren't. We kind of got out of there, and Dan shows up late that night and goes, "Why does the whole room smell like bleach?" And we're like, well, "We don't know," but our skin was kind of dry. Next morning, the Welshman and I wake up. We're like fully covered in rashes, like head to toe, completely uncomfortable. Ruined my entire week. I mean, we were just literally itchy and scratchy the whole time. We ran into the couple of people that were in the hot tub with us that night at the SEMA car show, and one of the guys like, "Hey, is your skin all itchy?" I'm like, yeah, terrible. I guess everyone in the hot tub got burned. A couple days later, there were big caution tapes all over everything. So yeah, that sucked. Kind of ruined it, but whatever. We'll get by. It took about a week for my skin to recover from that mess. But once again, we had a good time. We had Jake from Java Tech Pros come with us as well. He's our neighbor at the office. Jake's just a great guy. He loves to come out and do competitions with us. You know, he's been out to the Salt with us, helped us there tremendously. Jake's just an all-around great dude. But, you know, that's kind of what we like doing is, you know, growing this family. And not all of us are into cars. Around me, we have like Jake from Java Tech. He works on coffee machines, but he digs what we do. He loves the camaraderie of what we do at Revolt Systems, and you know we do tend to attract a lot of fun people with talent. You know, Jake may not be able to work on cars, but he's really smart with wires, so he helps us wire cars. He helps us. You know, one of our trailers broke down one day at Holly High Voltage, and he rewired one of the switches that runs a hydraulic system. So you know, everyone's got their little talent and definitely contributes to this whole team effort. We have a lot of good friends because of that, and we try to keep everyone happy too by inviting them into these, you know, events. We do have a race coming up. We had a few races coming up. One of them was at El Mirage with the electric motorcycle, and unfortunately, I think it was the sixth time now? Sixth canceled event because of rain. We've had the most crazy rain schedule this year. We never get rain out here, and Bonneville got rained out. All the events got canceled at Bonneville due to multiple rains. And then also now El Mirage twice has been rained out, and they decided to cancel the whole entire system because I guess the course is just completely destroyed out there. Way too much runoff. You know, dirt was moved around, runoff caused a bunch of pitting and everything else. So that whole entire thing is done for 2022. So no more land speed for 2022. We're looking at 2023, but we do have drag racing. We're going to be going up to Verona. We got Snow's truck going. He's going to be racing a Corvette, a brand new 2023 Corvette. So an R8. One of our friends is going to bring that and race Snow. I'm eventually going to be racing this year. It's not quite ready for the racetrack yet. I got some electrical things I want to work on before that happens. But the Welshman's also going to bring his bike out to Verona. We're going to do a little 8-mile test pulls with it to make sure that everything's working correctly. He's not going for any records. He's just making sure the motorcycle is working right. the brakes are working correctly before he runs his 200-mile-an-hour plus runs down at Bonneville next year. So we do like to get involved with the local races and local racing, car shows and everything else. It's just to be a lot of fun. Once again, just a real easy way to go out on the weekends, bring our friends, hang out, and have more fun with this, because in the end, the only reason I really do this is because it puts a smile on my face and a smile on my friends' faces. And if we could turn some heads and have a good time with it, and this is kind of a win-win situation. It's not just a business, but it is something that I like to have fun with. So we do tend to get some attention wherever we go. The guy that we're going to be racing this week, on Friday, Snow and I were driving by, and the guy had the rear trunk open where the mid-engine sits. And of course, I had to make some smart-ass remark about Fords and Chevys being broken down, and technically that is the hood of that car. He ended up eating at the same restaurant we're in, and we pulled him into our little table, hung out, had a couple drinks with him, and convinced him to race his brand new 2023 Vet up against Snow's farm truck. The guy's never raced ever before, but now he's reading up on it, how to do 8th mile races, how to, read a tree, how to burn his tires up correctly, and all that other good stuff. So, we took a guy off the street that we never met before, and now he's like, yeah, let's go race, let's go have a good time. So, we want to bring more people into this sport. I don't care if it's a gas car. I think it's absolutely cool. We love those cars. And that's what I grew up in, is gas cars. So we're going to stack that up against the Hillbilly Deluxe. And, that's kind of how we make friends. We park these cars in front of, restaurants we go to, pop the hood, and all of a sudden you have an instant crowd asking questions, wanting to know how you built it, what is it, what does it do, how fast is it? And that instantly becomes, a hit with people and opens up the dialogue to talk about these types of things. So we're going to be doing more of that. Oh, look, we got 2 more Tesla motors that just showed up. There we go. So those are going to become new Revolt motors. That's what we start with, and we end with a nice shiny product at the end of the day. So we're going to take those, completely cut them down, remachine them, rebuild the seals and bearings in them, make them all brand new again before we stick them into our kits. And then we stress test them, leak test them, and do some electrical testing on them as well before we send them out to our clients. But perfect timing with that one. Well, I'll leave you guys at that. I gotta go eat my food, drink my cactus cooler. Like us, subscribe to us. Don't like us, smash that notifications button. We're gonna put a lot more of these things out, and we'll catch you guys soon. Uh-oh, door handle. I'm multitasking here.